What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin today, BTC USD. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the 12th day of September, and here we are at about $116,000, just below there. 23 hours, 29 minutes left in the day. We have officially, in my opinion, broken out, found the low, established that, solidified that, and the road to all-time highs has resumed. Now, just because that is the statistical probability from what I'm gathering in the charts does not mean that we're going to do this. It could. I mean, maybe we do. There are a ton of shorts to liquidate, and we could really short squeeze this thing. But it's very possible that we come back down, we find support at prior resistance before moving higher. Okay, so prices, even though we're at 116, almost 116K right now, it's very possible that we could go back below 114K, and there's nothing to be concerned about if that happens, right? It might happen really fast. We drop over like an hour down there, and then we just slowly creep back up. As we've done really over the past few days, we've seen that exact thing happen. Looking at these liquidation levels here, I'm just curious to see if the shorts have gotten decimated, or are they still shorting? Okay, shorts are a little bit discouraged. Okay, for most of this move up since this day here, as we've moved up, shorts and longs were actually pretty balanced. It was pretty damn incredible, actually. Whenever you're shorting as we're moving up, that tends to allow the price to continue to grow. But now that shorts have gotten knocked down a little bit, don't get me wrong, there's still about $1.7 billion in shorts. That's a lot of cheddar. There are a dramatically larger disproportionate amount of longs over the past 24 hours. We look at the 30-day time frame, and oh wow, the shorts have piled out. We've piled on the longs. So again, a little shaky might do it, right? We shake out the markets a little bit. Just because the longs outweigh the shorts does not mean that we have to move lower. We can move higher. We are right up against this wall here. That wall doesn't get cleared out until we're at about $120,000. That's $8 billion of shorts right there, you guys. So it's very possible we could just rip right up to 120K. It's very possible. But where we are now is a prior area of support here. We could be finding resistance there. If we're looking at this from a relative low to relative high perspective, come on, or relative high to low, I'm sorry. I always get it backwards. If you pay attention to any of my fibs, like 9 out of 10 times I'll be like from a low to a high whenever it's the high to low. Whenever I do it from a low to a high, I'll go from the high to the low. I don't know why. I always get it backwards. I'm like dyslexic, but with Fibonacci retracements and their directional headings. Anyways, it really wouldn't make sense, by the way, the fib to stop here. I suppose it'd make more sense to go to 117K to 119K, 117.6K. Let me correct that. 117.6K to 118.9K. So something in that area. So yeah, maybe, I mean, hell, guys, maybe we do. Bitcoin has loved its 786 throughout this whole range, the 786 level specifically. Like there's probably six different instances from this high in July, that middle of July high there. 6 different instances where Bitcoin has gone right to its 786, stopped there, came back down to the 0.5382 area. So with that, again, 120.6K, a lot of these shorts get cleared out right at that level, you guys. Right at that, I mean, basically all of them. Might we do that, pile on some more longs, come down. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me draw it a little bit better. Right, and then what's going to happen is, oh no, Bitcoin's got a lower high. This is that sucker rally. This is the bull trap before we actually kick off the bear market. No, it's not. It's not. That's, if we do that, understand Bitcoin again has had a really serious relationship with its 786 for the past couple of months now. For whatever reason, it's something that we've seen. And with that, we could be going there. But I think anything between 117.6K to 120.6K, that's the target destination. And in reality, when we get to that area, we are validating this low. I think we've already validated this low. I think it's valid right now, but for the sticklers in the market, it might make more sense that we wait till we're above this area to call for that, because you're getting above prior resistance there, you're getting above prior support here, significant key areas, and at that point, you no longer have lower highs, you have higher highs, right? So that's interesting prospects ahead. 117.6 to 120.6 thousand dollars, with a heavy emphasis on that 117.6 to 119,000 dollar area. Okay, but it would make sense to keep clearing it if we clear out the shorts. Maybe I'm not bullish enough. Maybe this is a short squeeze and we just rip through the freaking roof, you guys. But again, all-time highs are a serious part of the discussion right now. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame, the shorter time frames, and see if we do have any pullbacks along the way. I don't care if we do. I really do believe that we're moving higher to those areas before we really see any kind of corrective moment. And when we see a corrective moment, it won't be like this, right? That we're not getting another phase like this until we're at like 140K or higher, okay? And maybe higher. I mean like a corrective moment like this. something like that, right? We're not going to see a corrective moment like that until probably 117.6 to 120.6K, if not higher, you guys. I mean, hell, we really could rally all the way up to new all-time highs. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame and see what's going on here. Oh man, I love seeing the prices move up. We didn't get lower prices. Oh well, that's unfortunate, but that's okay. You know, a lot of altcoins have yet to take off. Onyx coin is still at its lows. Toshi's hasn't really grown that much. Cookie's at its lows. TAI, XPR has been growing a little bit, but still relative to ACH. Like a lot of these coins, I like Scroll actually, right? B3, ETH is where it's been. You know what I mean? Swift coin. There's a lot of coins that we talk about that we look at. I like Soon and I like Home too as kind of like X factor plays. But anyways, guys. Anyways, let's move on. XYO, is that a good price? Telcoin, I need to put we should just put Telcoin on the list here, actually. Let's put TEL, USD. And what, should we just do the all-time history? Let's do that. Yeah, we'll just add it there, boom. And there you go, voila. Looking at the 1 hour time frame here. I love the RSI. It's only gotten more bullish. The most bullish that an RSI can look is when you're living above the 50 like this and you're getting consistently in and out and in the overbought zone, right? In and out and in and out and in and out. You're doing all the right things, man. Holding above the 50 for the most part. You can get below the 50, but even this is pretty damn bullish stuff right over here, right? Overall, it's very bullish. When's the last time you got oversold? It's all the way back here. And that was on the 4th. It's the 12th now. It's really not that long ago, but on the 1 hour time frame, that's a good bit of time. That's significant. So we are definitely showing strength here. It's nice to see. Stochastics look very bullish. The MACD looks very bullish as well. 1 hour time frame though, less kind of implicative on these two. Let's look at the 4 hour time frame here. Hold on. Gotta charge the old laptop. Let's see there. Yeah, I mean, we're just getting overbought now. This, you guys, might not seem like much. This is the strongest reading on the RSI that we've seen since the middle of August. In a month. In a month, it's the strongest reading that we've seen. Stochastics also showing some of the strong. This is the strongest readings we've seen, and maybe not as far as like how high of a reading it goes to, but just for how long we've been overbought like this consistently. We haven't seen readings like this, you guys, in a while. Since July. Hey, that's some good stuff. And the MACD also producing readings that we haven't seen since the middle of August. On a warpath higher, it looks like, you guys. This is really good stuff. Building more bullish momentum here. You know, typically whenever you get a reading like this, you see it achieve higher readings in the histogram, right? Sometimes you can top off at the same areas, but like this, right? And then you build, you see higher readings. So I would think just between this, and this is the 4 hour time frame. 1 hour looks good, the 4 hour looks good. We have at least another day today, or maybe another 5 days of growth to the upside. We might pump over the weekend. We might finally get that bullish weekend that I was talking about weeks ago. Get a bullish weekend, leave a gap behind, have everybody go short on that gap, and then those shorts actually fuel the fire to the upside. We leave a gap behind that we never fill. Because there's plenty of gaps that Bitcoin has never filled, right? That's why I think a lot of people assume Bitcoin would go below 100K is because of all the gaps that are down at like 103K, 92, 97K. There's gaps. There's gaps down at 20K, you guys. They don't all get filled. Not to the downside, but there are gaps to the upside. You know, there is a gap at 100. Is it 122? I'm pretty sure it's 122K. Let's look real quick. Hold on. Bitcoin futures. If I was supposed to type in BTC futures, I might have to. No, there we go. Okay. Come on. It's taking a second to load, isn't it? That is unfortunate, and that's okay. It's because of where I am. If you guys ever notice, whenever I'm making videos in this part of my house, this is my bedroom. Well, it's normally a little bit slower in here. For whatever I think it's because I'm further away from the Wi-Fi router. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let me delete this. Let me turn that performance back down so you guys aren't hearing the whirring of the computer. Let's get this on a daily time frame, okay? Daily time frame here, yeah, there's a gap. Not 122K. Not 122K. For some reason, I thought it was at 122K. It's right here. It's at 116.8K. So that's not as dramatic as I thought it was. Okay, whatever. Still, though, gap up there that we'll fill. Maybe we fill that gap and then we come down. 4-hour time frame looks immaculate. I doubt we stop here. I really do. Daily time frame. I mean, just looking at this, it's super bullish, you guys. We beat the odds. We really did. I was very certain that this different behavior here would beget different results, right? You bounced immaculately every single one of these times. We didn't do it here. Typically, and again, that word typical, that doesn't mean always, but just generally, this is a game of statistical probabilities, not a game of certainties. Generally, that would mean we go lower, right? Where you normally bounce and you find good support, we're not doing that here. It means you go lower. And we didn't. I mean, we did throughout here, but we didn't go lower. 116K now. That MACD is about to cross above the zero. You guys, you realize that the last time that we crossed above the zero on the daily MACD time frame here, that was back here during April, right before we went on this massive run. You guys, end of September is going to be bullish. We knew the second half of September would be bullish, but I really did think that we dropped going into the first half here, into the FOMC meeting. But the second half of September is going to be bullish. October is going to be very bullish. We've anticipated that, of course. Yeah, the MACD is getting there. Stochastics are overbought. RSI is not even overbought yet. Let's look at the weekly time frame. We'll wrap this up, okay? Bouncing off the 50, bro. Maybe we should have looked at the 50 more this week because, damn, that's a great look. That's a perfect look right there. Very bullish, right? You're getting overbought consistently, not getting oversold, living predominantly above the 50. When you're below the 50, it's so short-lived. The one thing that is different now, and this is really to the bullish effect, you guys, this actually lines up with a lot of what I've been saying, not recently, not over this past week, but over the past few months, is that this next move is going to be the biggest move of the cycle. We're in that bull cycle finale phase. Every time this cycle for our large consolidation phases, we found support in this area. Here, we're finding support right here. And if we're projected to go higher, one time we found support there and it didn't amount to much, right? That first kind of consolidation phase in the cycle. But I'm taking this as a stance that we're actually more robust, we're stronger now than we were at either of these other two areas because we didn't go as low. We're going to get into that overbought zone, and I think with that, we should produce a stronger move than what we saw back here from April to July. This next move, it's not just going to be stronger than this move. I think this will be the strongest move we've seen all cycle, genuinely. Stochastics are great. You're bouncing off the 50 as well. Any of these other times did you bounce off the 50 where the RSI was here? You know, see that? No, you didn't. But this time you are, right? MACD here, you were very near the zero. MACD here, you were very near the zero. MACD, whenever the RSI was here, you were very near the zero. Are you at the zero now? No. You are in a stronger posturing now than you've been this whole cycle. Another theory that we had was that this might be a farce. It might be a false signal on the MACD. Every time we've crossed, we've consolidated for months. And I did say that I don't believe that's what's going to happen. I think that we are going to have a bullish end of month of September, and we are going to have a bullish October as well. So, again, where normally we do these other things when we're showing bearishness, here we've actually got stronger readings on literally every single indicator on the weekly time frame, which is the most significant time frame that we've looked at so far. We can look at the monthly, but I feel like it's kind of unnecessary at this point, right? But we can look at it. Monthly looks great. I mean, we're bouncing off the overbought zone. We got out of it and we got back into it. If we close here or higher, and I think that we will. So Stochastics look great. The MACD looks great. It's all freaking great, man. It's phenomenal. What about the bearish divergence? What about it? We already made the move down. We already did it. We already had the move down. It's already there. It's already done. No, but the bearish divergence, yeah, we already had the move down. It's already done. We don't need to move down lower. I'm just telling you. Anyways, and maybe we do. Maybe this is a giant bull trap. Maybe it's the end of the cycle, or maybe, just maybe, we're about to see new all-time highs, and I think that's what we're going to see. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end the video there. New all-time highs, certainly by the end of the month of September. We're going to be at dramatically higher prices by the end of October. I think it's getting to that exciting point finally. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, take care. Bye.